Coming at you live and uncut, my name is Akil Sherman. I've been a certified trainer over 20 years, and I am not the trainer that grew up flat stomach, small waist, in shape with a six-pack. That is not my history. I had to work for it. So let's get into it. A message to my moms out there. Some things that you want to understand about your tummy if your goal is fat loss and you're looking to transform that waistline. There's a few issues that you want to have a better understanding of. So let's get into it. Number one, when you are pregnant with your child, the tummy makes room and the abdominal muscles spread. Okay, they separate to make space for the child, and in some cases that separation does not repair itself, and so you have that split down the center of your linea alba. That is called diastasis recti. Okay, and so that situation can be healed, but you want to pursue there are exercises and routines and breathing methods that will help bring that separation back together. And in certain cases, there may be the need for cosmetic surgery, which I think runs around $10,000, at least here in Michigan. So that's something to consider if you're trying to transform your stomach and you attempted to do it the old-fashioned way through exercise, essentially, because like you need to give it some additional attention. Okay, so that's the first thing to understand. The second is you may have loose skin, and so loose skin cannot be burned. It's different tissue than from, say, fat tissue can be burned, skin cannot. So if you have an excess amount of loose skin, that again may require some sort of cosmetic surgery. Okay, so let's put those over here because those are things that have special needs and have to be addressed in a different way. Now, then at the core of our midsection where our organs are, you may be dealing with some visceral fat, and visceral fat is the kind of fat that is dangerous because it is indeed packed in around your organs, and your organs need room to move and to operate properly to keep you alive. And so if you have a history of poor nutrition over many years, then it's a very good chance that you have visceral fat in your midsection, particularly if you have a tummy and it's kind of solid. That fat is telling you, hey, I need to get up out of here because this could be dangerous for you. And that could be type 2 diabetes or heart problems or all kinds of health issues down the line. Okay. And then we have a different kind of fat called subcutaneous fat, which is the pinchable fat that's right under the surface of the skin. So if you're a mom out there and you have all those things going on, understand that it's a little more complex than just trying to throw a waist trainer on and go to the gym, because waist trainers don't work and they're not going to do anything for any of those situations. And then some of you all may be dealing with bloating, and bloating can come from various things, but it's essentially a form of inflammation. But bloating can come from gluten, like in wheat, and pasta, like regular pasta. And then it can also be from sugar. Sugar can cause bloating. It can be from dairy. It can be from yeast. And then it can also be from cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So if you're not getting proper sleep, your cortisol levels can be all thrown out of whack, and that can be creating a belly situation, a bloating situation in your midsection as well. And then, which, like I said, the bloating can lead to inflammation, and now your gut health is out of whack. And so that can lead to things like with inflammation in your body in general. Okay, let me be very clear about this. With inflammation in your body in general, that can open the door to PCOS, which I know a lot of women suffer from. Okay, it could also contribute to fibroids because now your hormones are out of whack, inflammation is there, and so now your body is responding in a way that it shouldn't be because of how you've been living, the choices we've been making, the habits we've been implementing, and the food choices as well. So stress, poor food choices, what we're putting on our skin, what you're putting in your scalp, the air we breathe sometimes, unfortunately, also can contribute to that. So, but not to go too far off the reservation, I was talking about what's going on in our midsection. So the PCOS, the fibroids, and the gut health can definitely be a result of inflammation in the body being introduced, like I said, the things that you're eating, your environment, and what you're putting in your skin. But then that will also cause issues in your midsection, obviously, right? And so it's important to have a good understanding of that. So like I said, with the diastasis recti and the loose skin, those are special circumstances. But the loose skin, it depending on how much you have, that could be just, you may need, to go ahead, if you, it's your body, so whatever, but you may need to go get cosmetic surgery if you're looking to have that, go away. And then with the diastasis, like I said, there are some programs out there that you can explore that will help you bring it in naturally. But if your separation is really large, then it may be you may want to look at a cosmetic procedure. And then on the flip side, like I was saying, there are two kinds of fats. There's the visceral fat that's packed in around our organs. And then we have the subcutaneous fat, which is right up under the surface of our skin. And then we have the bloating and the inflammation. So when you have an understanding, is what you would like to do essentially is look at your the pattern of your habits and your behaviors. Sometimes we think we're doing better than we actually are. And so that's why I encourage people to keep a journal, so you can kind of get the data for yourself to see what you're actually doing, what you have been doing, some of the habits, a sleep journal, a journal for your, journaling your stress levels as well as your nutrition. And look at that. Look at what you've been eating. Look at your physical activity. Look at how you're handling your stress, and look at your sleep. And if you can, really dig into those 4 areas, you can find where you can make some improvements and really start to turn things around. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you found that valuable. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And if you have any comments and questions, please drop those below. But thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you. Take care.